Christmas Eve, 1990. On my way home from my grandparents' house, my 3-year-old self is full of anticipation. I just received the one and only thing I asked for by name that year. Months prior, my mother handed me the phone so I could tell my grandmother what I wanted that holiday season. I spoke into the receiver. I wanted the Mario game with the yellow box. That game was, of course, the well-recognized Super Mario Bros. 3. Over the next 30 years of joyous gameplay, it would become clear to me that I was playing the greatest Mario game of all time. Its graphical display and character and game design was imprinted on my 3-year-old brain and sowed the seeds of nostalgia that I would come back to again and again in my adult life. For something to accrete nostalgia, the key ingredient is time. However, just because something is old doesn't mean you will develop nostalgia for it. That something needs to bring you a special delight and even surprise, which will embed into your long-term memory and age deliciously. In the case of Super Mario Bros. 3, the sentimental gold is woven with the high-class mastery of game design. For my young and present self, the architecture for this title starts with the detail of the cover art of the box. There's something undeniably perfect and exciting about the sunset yellow cover, cornflower blue wordmark, and the bright and cheerful illustration of Mario in flight in the game's signature power-up. There is no indication of what the game looks like. However, the promise of a fun adventure shines through for that lucky kid holding the box in their hands. I remember the moment I powered on the game in my living room for the first time on that Christmas Eve night. The TV screen lit up, the red curtains rose, and then, my first glimpse of Mario and Luigi speedwalking on the title screen stage. My 3-year-old self was amazed. This was something completely different. Nintendo had outdone themselves. Unlike the original Super Mario Bros., the game features a colorful, overworld map system, complete with intricate levels, the first appearance of Toad houses, Hammer Bros. Mini-stages, fortresses, castles, airships, and power-up card games to boot. There's a constant sense of adventure and progression, and being allowed to see the road ahead made it difficult for players to ever want to put down their controllers. Shigeru Miyamoto, creator of the Mario character and co-director and producer of Super Mario Bros. 3, was quoted as saying, "The obvious objective of video games is to entertain people by surprising them with new experiences." And that's exactly what Nintendo set out to do. We are introduced to our new power with the Super Leaf, giving us the Raccoon Mario as soon as level 1 in Grassland. With this new power-up, Mario can temporarily take flight, as promised in the iconic cover art. By thoughtfully placing a runway and diagonal set of coins immediately following the floating Super Leaf, the game intuitively teaches the player how to fly. And this is just the beginning. The game is stuffed with 8 exciting new worlds, new enemies to encounter, and new secrets. To help us on our journey, we are assisted with other new, joyful power-ups, including Frog Mario and Hammer Mario. The player is delighted with the return of old staples, however, such as Fire Mario and Invincible Mario. A cool new suit, introduced in World 5, is the Tanuki suit, which grants Mario the raccoon powers of flight, along with the ability to briefly turn into a statue to avoid harm from enemies. The worlds of Super Mario Bros. 3 each have a unique location and theme, one more difficult and treacherous than the last. The collection is complete with memorable tracks that will seep into your auditory cortex and reverberate in your brain for hours. Unique enemies inhabit every world, including newcomers, the Koopalings, each with special abilities to prevent Mario from progressing forward. These add to the already top-notch mechanics that were first introduced in Super Mario Bros. However, all of these enhancements never overwhelm us with too many battles or too much story. Nintendo's main focus is always on the fun. It really felt as if I was progressing through an entirely fleshed out world, and the feeling hasn't faded through the years. Around every corner is a secret that can easily be missed on the first playthrough. With more exploration, we can find P-Wings to let you fly through an entire level, warp whistles to hop between worlds, anchors to ground the airships, and treasure ships. as well as a clever nod to Japan in the design of World 3. For 1990, this game had everything. It's fun, intuitive, and becomes a sentimental touchpoint every time a player picks it up. This is something the game masters finessed in Super Mario Bros. And perfected in Super Mario Bros. 3. The DNA of Super Mario Bros. 3 can be found in many games that followed. The overworld system introduced in Super Mario Bros. 3 would continue evolving in Super Mario World and Super Mario 64, as would Mario's transformations and abilities. In addition, fortresses featured in Super Mario Bros. 3 introduced booze for the first time, and this led to the development of ghost houses in Super Mario World and other future titles. Even the signature feature of a caped Yoshi was initially conceived for Super Mario Bros. 3, but eventually became fully realized in Super Mario World. Boss Fight Books enthusiastically wrote, "It's just magic. There's no one mechanic or experience in Super Mario Bros. 3 that you or I can claim as the core feature that kept bringing us back. The way Mario moves, jumps, and changes direction feels intuitive, thus lending to a unique experience for the player. This is why I can pick up the game today, and it feels as comfortable as it was 30 years ago." As the Mario character moved through different iterations and different technologies via the SNES and N64, games such as Super Mario World, Super Mario 64, and Super Mario Odyssey all owe their development to the foundational moment when Mario became the character we know and love. And how have all of these factors accumulated into such great nostalgia? It's simple. With each new Mario game introduced, I experienced a new level of excitement and wonder. But looking back, each new experience in new Mario games unlocked a piece of my memory tethered to Super Mario Bros. 3. There is something undeniably, incredibly pure and fun about the experience. This fun transcends the technological limitations of the hardware and stands the test of time as new games and consoles come and go. Super Mario games have a reputation for promoting world-class video game experiences, with some of the most fun and original ideas introduced in each iteration. Without this game, all other children of the franchise simply would not exist. There are more advanced, more expansive, and better-looking Mario games. But Super Mario Bros. 3 is not just a game, it's a time machine. Every time I play it, I'm 3 years old again. It's Christmas Eve, and I've got that yellow box in my hands. I powered up my console, my little heart racing with fervor. In moments, I'll discover how I can make him fly. He jumps to catch the leaf, and my face lights up with joy. And this is what makes Super Mario Bros. 3 the greatest Mario game of all time.